Oh, we got this episode planned out.
All right. I'd like to welcome you to the new drag champ. Damn it. Fuck. All right, guys. This is On the Chip. Live with me, fresh from a hell of a road trip. Nobody gives a fuck who I am. We're here with Joe Foley over here on the right. Top fuel phenom to be, maybe. Grandpappy of the Corona League. Yet again. Gary Donfree of On the Chip, whatever the hell, I don't care. It's Bob Welsh.
Man, did I get that? I have that title already?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're GDF. Mm-hmm. You're OTC GDF. That's your hashtag. And then, I mean, come on. We have the only man in the world I will not back out on a bet from, and that is Blaze Ray Eye. He doesn't matter.
I didn't even.
It doesn't matter. We don't matter this time. Okay. I'm bullshitting through this part. Are we introducing now or
not yet?
Okay. Yeah. Everyone already knows. They've seen the thumbnails.
Let's have just a quick rundown of what everybody did this weekend, and then we'll get into our special guest coming up. So, Blaze, what'd you do this weekend?
I got to hang out at the Keystone Night of Fire.
With the slowest top fueler ever.
You know, it may have been, but they were awesome.
Good guys.
We walked out to take some pictures. We got there at about 10:30. Walked down and took some pictures with them, and they pulled my kids back, let them work on the fueler engine and sit in the car. And like, it was a highlight for them. My oldest boy absolutely loved it. And then they got to do some racing. My younger son lost first round and said it was too hot to re-enter, so he called it a day. And my oldest boy made it all the way to the finals. And at 3:30 in the morning, he lost. He got a runner-up. He had to tree every single round. So shout out to the Corona League because the practice is paying off for him. And yeah, we had a really good weekend. Shout out to Ryden Cook, 8-year-old racing my son in the finals, got his first win. So congratulations to him.
Congrats, Ron.
Yeah, other than that, Keystone Night Fire was fantastic. It was a hell of a show. Fuel card.
I wish I'd have made it. I wish I'd have made it. That should have came up, but I didn't.
It was awesome. Yeah. 2 jet funny cars, a jet dragster, bunch of gassers, the fuelie. It was a good show, and congratulations to Greg Miller and Keystone Raceway because he had a crowd. It was the biggest crowd I've seen at Keystone, and he earned it. He deserved it. Props to them.
I got to be honest. I haven't seen a lot of that lately. You know, everybody's gone to the whole no prep thing as far as getting spectators to the track. But does anybody else remember back in the day when Quick 8 Pro or Pro Mod match races, at least down at the little tracks down south, that was the thing, and it disappeared. And I think that's what we need to bring back to make drag racing great again. Not bracket racing great again, obviously, but save your local track. Let's have match races. Forget the no prep stuff.
Keystone was a packed house.
And top fuels.
What's that, Bob?
Keystone was a packed house this weekend, huh?
I'll tell you what, I have one complaint. It was absolutely wall-to-wall people. And if you've ever been to Keystone, you can exit either side of the track. Well, they make the juniors exit the right side of the track, but they don't print tickets over there. But that's also the spectator side of the track where the big grandstands are. So there was just walls of people. And every time I had to go get my kids, I had to scream, yell to get people to move out of the way so I could go through. And it would take 10 minutes to get to pick them up and then turn around, go all the way to the other side of the track, pick up the time ticket. And people don't care. Like they have zero fucks for anybody else around them, and that was getting kind of frustrating. But other than that,
you only got to deal with that one time a year, and that was on Saturday. So, but it was good for the track for sure.
It was awesome for the track. Yes.
How about you, Joe?
I'm just going to, before I go to my weekend, as the guy that drives the tow vehicle for the top fuel car, 100% agree. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck.
We just won first round. I'm coming back at 40, trying to get back in the pit. And these people are just letting their kids run out in front of the tow vehicle. I've got places to go, things to do. I need you to politely move the fuck out of my way.
Clutches to ruin.
The horn does not do enough.
You're so good for the fans, Joe.
Oh, dude, they piss me off. I'm not the driver. I don't have to be nice. I don't have to care.
You're not the PR guy?
No.
Obviously not.
Move the fuck out of my way.
He's not even the clutch guy anymore. Now he's just the tow vehicle driver.
No, I'm still clutch guy.
You just need to have some old school Luda blasting on the speakers.
Bet.
All right, Joe, what'd you get into this weekend?
A lot of drinking. First wedding. My cousin was getting married, so we flew up to Syracuse. Drank really hard Friday night and Saturday night. Saturday morning went to the casino because the wedding didn't start till like 4:30. So played blackjack, got up about $2,500 and left about even, maybe a few dollars ahead. Just couldn't quit. And then flew home Sunday afternoon. That basically took my whole weekend.
Nice. Sounds eventful. How about you, Andrew?
I worked. That's about it. I worked.
Wait, no stories from work. Just working.
Wait, which work?
Like real work right now.
How long do you have left there?
September 1st is so this coming week.
A week. Good for you, bud. Way to chase your dreams.
Thank you.
Yep, that's right.
I'm gonna be chasing a fucking unemployment line, I'm pretty sure, but
at least I hope you're happy doing it.
Yeah. At least you'll get the extra check still. I don't think that's expired yet.
Yeah, that's what it'll.
I had an 8U girls softball party at my house, but I'll tell you,
all right,
it's not your regular 8U softball party. I mean, we got it in until about 3:00 in the morning. Shots of Fireball, shots of we were doing little beers. You ever do a shot of little beer?
We're grown ass men. No, we have not.
I do a lot of beer.
A little beer is a shot with 43 Spanish liquor filled almost to the top, and then you pour heavy cream on the top, and it looks like a little beer, and it's looks a shot. Beer. Tastes like a vanilla milkshake. It's freaking fantastic.
Okay, I can get down with that. It's like a baby Guinness shot.
Yeah.
Are you openly?
No.
What?
Are you openly admitting to giving underage children liquor?
Yeah, but they were watching us. So, I mean, we were corrupting them, but they were not drinking.
Did you ask any over for sleepovers?
No sleepovers. Everybody was out by 3 a.m.
Put them in the beans! Back to the theme of every single fucking week until it gets old. It already has. Sorry.
It hasn't gotten old until he goes to jail.
All right, let's get into our special guests. Does anybody want to introduce them?
I got it. I got this. Yeah. Unless you have something planned up.
I have something, but I think it would be better coming from you.
Look, coming straight out of a hole somewhere in Guadalajara. The feds don't know he's here. They do now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's El Chapo, a.k.a. Bracket Racing Jesus, a.k.a. Suge Knight.
Off with your head.
Hey.
Somebody's got to do it.
He's here.
Okay. Oh, I got the wrong fucking screen.
I thought I had to close my laptop there for a minute.
What's going on, Chris?
Are we having technical difficulties already?
I don't know.
Oh, is this really Chris? I mean, who is this guy?
I'm incognito right.
Cops can't find out.
I can't tell you who I am.
Looks like El Chapo to me.
Well, you just blew my cover.
Chris,
El Chapo.
did Deanna buy you that?
I mean, no, she already had it.
So if nobody knows who Chris Mancini is before this, well, you were sure going to know after this. So please stay tuned probably for the next 45 minutes, and you will have a lot of entertainment. So
do you want to take 30 seconds and introduce yourself, let people know who you are, what you've won?
Yeah, how you got started and whatnot before we completely ruin your reputation. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Chris Mancini. I'll be 45 in November. I guess I'm okay at bracket racing. Not bad. 30 finals in 3 years, you know. It all started when I was a little kid, when my parents left for Europe. And they left me home alone. And I was playing with Matchbox cars one day. And a tall guy and a short guy came to the door and tried to rob my house. That was the Sticky Bandits. And ever since I been in the cars.
Got you through some tough times, didn't it there?
What?
Got you through some tough times. Oh, fuck. You can't hear through the damn mask.
Oh, I can hear.
Okay.
Just I can't see you guys. I can tell you that. I'm looking at myself.
I got you spotlighted. Everybody needed to see you.
Swipe over.
I'm on a spotlight. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. No, I mean, hey, listen, I like bracket racing. It's what I do. I travel around. I have fun. And, you know, it is what it is. You'll get to know me here shortly.
It's not about the money. It ain't about the money. It's about the fun.
Yeah, it's all about fun for me. You know what I mean? I like it. I'm happy-go-lucky all the time, basically. You know? Every day I wake up on the right side of the dirt, I'm in a good mood.
No, I feel that completely.
You know? Where are you at in the trailer?
God, everybody got to talk about the damn trailer.
He's always
Chris.
What?
On a scale from 1 to Snoop Dogg, how high are you right now?
I'm not high at all.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, bud.
Brooks calling bullshit.
He's going to go roll a blunt right now. We real men smoke blunts. We don't play with the bongs and the bowls and the joints. We smoke blunts.
Hey, Chris.
What?
First question for you. If this episode gets more likes than the previous two,
yeah,
you're going to wear that mask first round at your next race.
I wear it all the time. I wear it anyway.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. I hope it gets more likes, but I wear it.
All right.
Man bun.
It's going to be like Blaze with the chicken head.
Blaze Jr. has taken over the chicken head. He thinks it's lucky. The last 3 times he's worn it, he's gone deep in the rounds. He will not take it off.
Anybody watching this, if you can share the link to Facebook, and let's try to get some viewers here.
Blaze,
yes, sir.
You didn't have to put the helmet cover on to know you're a chicken head. That's the only way you get rides in all these fucking dragsters.
Now wait a minute. A hoe from the ghetto. That's what we call a chicken head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. Remember Project Cat sang about.
What better way to lead into like our first story? I had a bunch of requests of people that wanted to hear stories. And when you said chicken heads, the first thing I thought was river rats. You want to tell me about river rats?
River rats? What about them? They're huge.
I had a request for a story about river rats. I thought maybe there was a background to it.
River rat. I mean, there was one. I don't know who would have known this story though, but I hit one with a cinder block one time, and it damn near laughed at me. I mean, the size of a small dog. I don't know of anybody that would know a story about me with a river rat. Other than that, that's the only story I have with a river rat.
That's the only story that you'll tell.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what else you ask me here.
I got a little story. I don't know if it's a story, but so what did you used to sign your graffiti as? What was your name down in Pittsburgh when you used to do the graffiti?
So I cannot tell you that. I cannot tell you that. I swear to you that I can't.
So we're not past the statute of limitations on that one?
I don't know if we are, if we ain't, but that's
7 years.
How many artistic walls do you think you have graffitied in your life?
I graffitied in Washington, D.C., Philly, the Bronx, numerous. I mean, numerous.
Is this like quality graffiti, or is this like?
No, this is real shit, bro.
Hell yeah.
So you were like Turk 182?
What?
Like Turk 182? You ever see that?
Come on. Turk 182. Yeah, I know who Turk 182. I honestly, I don't want to give that up because I'll tell you, I mean, I had a $10,000 reward out for me one time and they never captured me. I had a $5,000 reward out for me. My buddy turned me in.
Can you tell us a little about your best piece that you ever done?
Wait a second. Did he at least split the reward with you?
I was going to ask that.
Didn't bail you out either?
What?
Didn't bail you out either?
No, I never talked to him again, fucking snitch.
Nah, he's a piece of shit.
Well, there's your river rat.
Yeah.
You need to out him. We need to out him.
No. We ain't doing this.
The listeners will go take care of that shit for you, Chris.
Nope. I'd also like to put out there that tonight, anything Mancini says or does is not affiliated with On the Chip.
Oh,
why not?
Oh, it is.
Agreed.
I don't know. I'm behind it 100%, Chris. I got your back.
Blaze is taking the whole deal.
Somebody does.
Blaze is taking the whole deal.
Chris is one of my favorite. I know where this can go.
Joe, so how did you and Chris meet? When's the first time you met Chris?
It was actually like 4 or 5 months ago, right? Down at Keystone.
That's when we talked.
We talked for a while at Keystone, and then like 3 weeks later, I brought the Duster to Quaker.
Yeah.
And we sat in the lanes the whole time. We thought we had each other, and all of a sudden, you see our dialing boards going fucking crazy. We're both dialing down 3, up 6. We're just changing shit. We end up having different people, and I think if I remember correctly, we both laid down 8 total that run.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
We talked the next round after, and he dialed up 3 to drop me on my head, and I dialed down 3 to spray to get there, and it would have been the most fucked up run.
I was doing that a couple weeks ago at Keystone. The car was running 621, and I was putting a 14 on it and just letting you catch me quick and watching your nose drop and just grabbing the hose and taking it.
Yeah.
And it was working. It was a good time. My man, Palaska, drove me perfect, though. He wore me out. I was waiting for the nose to drop, but it never dropped. And I ended up losing that round. I lost track of where I was at on the track. And by that time, I didn't have enough gas, to get around them. But yeah, it worked out. It was working out good for me a couple weeks ago. I like it, Everybody tries to figure out what I do. And I'll be honest with you, it's really not fucking rocket science. It's just, if I can hit the tree, I'm normally going to wear you out. You know all about that, Joe. I wore you out that Piedmont, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I couldn't get that truck to hook if my life depended on it. So I dial up 6, thinking, okay, me and him are about heads up. I can probably drive this. And I don't know if he sprayed to get there or if I just drove like a complete moron. but I got so far behind, and I just see him sailing out of my life. I'm like, that was a good driving job.
Hey, sometimes I can drive. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I have a brain fart when I get in the car, you know?
What's that mean? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit.
That's true, you know? I should be on my way to the fling right now.
Me too.
But instead, I got a broken rear end here, and it's going out to Bob George's tomorrow to hopefully he can fix it, and then I could probably be on my way. You know, we'll go from there, you know.
Chris, is it true? Or actually, how long did you used to spray when you first started bracket racing?
The whole track. From start to finish. That ain't when I first started bracket racing.
Well, I mean, I heard that on another podcast. So I want to get the details from your end because the story was told by someone else.
Well, yeah. Well, when I first got back into this, I took a 10-year break. And when I first got back into it, I didn't give a shit if I won a round or not. I was just out to have fun, you know? So, and go fast. I had a 590, 580 Vega and was having fun with it and was just spraying it. Didn't give two shits. You know, I was there hanging out with buddies and just going to have fun. And then I ended up getting rid of that car and I put El Chapo together, the white Thunderbird. You remember that car?
I remember the pink Nova though. When I met you, you had the pink Nova.
I can show you El Chapo. Hold on, I got pictures of it right here hanging on the wall. Hold on a minute.
I've seen the car. I've seen some wheelie pictures of that car.
Here. Hold on.
The mask is so much better. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
The damn prison cell.
Here's the pink car. There's the pink car.
You just had a little bit of everything.
There's the killer. Yeah. Anyway, I put El Chapo together and decided to just quit spraying it and go back to driving like I used to drive before I took a break. And I won in the car. I only had it for a season, maybe two. I don't think I had it for 2 seasons. I ended up winning in it, and I'm like, well, I guess I could drive again. And then I think I won in it twice. And I think both times I had to race Vickers, if I remember correctly. I can't remember exactly, but I know one of them was Vickers. And then I got rid of that, and then I ended up getting that S10 that Scotty Richardson was winning all that money in. That copper one, that burnt orange one. That's my old truck. I traded El Chapo and a couple grand for that truck roller, and I put it together, and I didn't fit in it. I was too tall for it. The funny car cage was hitting my head. So I cut the cage out of it, and I just wasn't comfortable. And I traded that car even up for my that truck even up for my red and black Nova. And then once I put the Nova together, Christ, I could see everything out of that car. I mean, that's like driving a Roadster with a roof on it. And, you know, I won some races, shall I say. I have fun, dude.
We got a comment from none other than Seth Noble saying that you look like if Kane came down with a cigarette habit. Kane from the Duffington.
Who the hell is Seth Noble?
Exactly.
No.
Hey,
The best junior drag driver in the land. Don't you know?
hey,
Not bringing in Seth live.
You know, Kane is the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Is he really?
Fun fact. He really is. Yeah.
Interesting.
Sometimes you got to have an alter ego. You know what I mean? And I'm informed tonight.
Hey, you got any questions up there? What you got going?
I just got a quick comment here. Edgar Mort's in the chat, and I stood next to a wing this weekend that may have been higher than Edgar Mort's. I think
impossible.
The leverage top fuel dragster said fuck your wing export.
Yeah, he borrowed it from him.
Yeah, he borrowed it.
How about Edgar? If I showed you him talking shit, it is so funny, dude. I commented on Verdi's shit yesterday about that badass bicycle that he's putting together. And here comes Mort from the buyback lane talking shit on how he's going to chop my head off and this and that. We raced one time and he still suffered from a concussion that I took. He's been out of work for a year since that. Go back to work.
Chris,
what?
How about green wires? What can you tell me about green wires?
You'd have to ask the Silver Bullet on that one.
That was actually where I'm going with this. He was back in the headlines this weekend. He got a runner-up.
I saw that. You know, he was 70-something in the final after he was 0-0 and dead on all damn day. Oh, ain't that funny? But listen, let me tell you something about that guy right there, okay? Everybody, I hope he's watching right now. He's a piece of shit. And I'm going to tell you why he's a piece of shit. Last year, we bought 2 entries off him to the Norwalk 40Ks, okay? You ready? 2 entries to the 40Ks.
We're ready.
Well, on Sunday, they rained out. They gave you a credit. You can either roll the money over to the next 40Ks or you could get your refund, okay? We decided to roll the money over. He called Norwalk and had them release a check to him for that money.
That doesn't sound
That's a stand-up dude right there. But what do you expect? Like, what did you really expect? If you will cheat in this sport, I don't really expect anything less than to take the money.
I want to say just to his defense, do we know that 100% that he's cheating?
You know what?
Allegedly.
I know
allegedly
that they released a check to Hal Blevins for my entry fee and Mike Galati's entry, or not. I mean the rollover, the $200. I know for a fact they released a check to him for one for Galati and one for me because we bought 2 entries off of him.
Can I make a comment real quick?
Yep.
Whether he's cheating or not, I don't know him. Couldn't care less to know him. I was parked along the staging lanes at Galat for the 300 grander.
Yeah.
And if that motherfucker didn't pull to the head of the lanes every round and sit there until somebody rolled down that he wanted, he is the biggest bitch.
Must be talking about the Silver Bullet.
Oh, see, he knows.
Yeah, we're talking about
Hey, Joe.
Listen.
Joe, weren't you parked at the head of staging?
I was sitting there. So I was parked along the lanes, and you could see he'd pull up to Scotty Richardson's pit, and he'd sit right next to his tent, and he'd be, before they even thought about calling door cars, he's sitting there. And he'd watch, and 3 or 4 door cars would roll down, and he'd look, and he'd see somebody either, was a duck, or his, 7 dead 2 would beat, and he'd fucking go chasing down there. And he did it every round.
Dude, listen.
He chased me down and had them set for 002 red, so it kind of worked out in my favor.
And it took TG Pascal being 4 total to finally fucking beat him.
I raced him 4 times at the Ace race last year, okay? 4 times that fucking weekend, and I cracked him 3 out of 4. You had to be 7 total or better to beat him. He made 40-some passes, 2 different drivers, and his worst light was 7 or something like that. Come on,
until it got windy.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And until he got thrown to the left lane.
So what happens when he has a bad light? Is something malfunction, or what's the deal on
He's
that?
got a tree reader.
Got a tree reader.
So why does sometimes he's like 50 or 60 or 70?
So
he wants to be. Only when he wants to be.
So basically what happens is if he gets thrown in the other lane and it's not calibrated for it, It's not going to be good. So that's why he's always up early. He'll never get stacked.
I mean, I don't understand what it's going to take for somebody to at least strip the dude's car down and maybe these are all rumors. Maybe he's that fucking good. I got it, but you know.
Well, how do you go to a race and your worst? I think they said he averaged like a 006 in 38 laps in Ohio somewhere. It wasn't the Ace race.
That was the Ace race.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the Ace race last year, wasn't it?
Well, they said it got windy and the tree started moving and he came up like 400.
200 and something. It was twice. It happened 2 times.
Yeah.
In the left lane.
How are you going to tell me you can average 7 in 30-something laps and then all of a sudden you're 200 back-to-back?
But that ain't the best part, bro. There was 2 different drivers in the car.
Right. So they both did it.
Averaged to 7. Come on.
Didn't he get... Didn't they ask him in Kentucky to they were going to tear him down or something, and he loaded his shit in the trailer?
I know that for a fact, but I did hear that story. I also heard they caught him stealing the top bulb out of the tree in Music City.
There was, I thought it was 42, and I could be wrong.
I heard that one.
Someone had video, like a track had video of him measuring the distance from the pre-stage beam to the tree at 3 a.m.
100%. I heard the story from a source.
You can tell me you're the fucking best to ever do it. Why are you out there at 3 a.m. checking the distance from pre-stage to top bulb?
I agree.
I'm curious. I'm just curious kind of guy.
I agree with you 100%.
And somebody had the balls today to post on that 00 shit show post.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, keep letting them knock you down. You keep walking to the bank or something like that. I'm like, yeah, okay.
You keep getting to the split and putting the car away.
That's what he's doing.
True or not, but I heard they only raced for $1,000 in the final the other night. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard the same thing, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, you know what I mean? If that was the case, I'd lose the $1,000, put the car in the trailer, and be done with it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
That's the thing. If you're gonna cheat, why win every week? Make it to go to these 50s and 100s, make it to the split, maybe one round further, and then come up like 18. Don't come up 70.
Well, it doesn't seem that whole philosophy's not working for him either, because everybody's onto that shit too.
Yeah, I don't want to give him ideas, but fuck, it's not that hard.
I don't know what lane he was running the majority of the night last weekend. Was he running left, walling through him in the left?
Probably.
He ain't no good in the left. I've seen him in the left hit 200 something, and then now in the final he was 70 something. Come on, bro.
It's probably calibration in the ankle or where the sensor is in the car is my guess. But it's all hypothetical until it's proven. You know, we could all just be jealous fucks that we ain't as good as him.
We're not spreading rumors. We're just talking about the rumors that are already out there. That's all.
Right.
Hey, I made it just as far in the 300 grander as he did. He had to fucking cheat to get there. So I'm not jealous.
We have to have a fucking viewer count in order to spread rumors.
Well, how many?
I got a feeling after all this talk,
there's 42 right now. There was 46.
I don't give a fuck. Anybody can tell them what the fuck I said. Let them say something.
I'm talking this much shit and we're losing people?
Yeah, right. I don't want to beat this dead horse. So let's go to the next one that I got on the list here. How about let's talk about the street racer in Florida. This was a Kyle Fisher.
Who asked that question?
This is a Kyle Fisher.
This was live on Facebook, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, it must have been very close to baked beans.
If you go into my Facebook videos, there's a video in there. A guy challenged me to a street race for $1,000, right? And there was these 2 bar flies at the bar, and they weren't halfway bad. And we went over and we was bullshitting with them and this and that. Here, I said that they knew this dude, and I said, "When's he coming back? I mean, are we racing or what? My car's right up the road in the trailer." He was like, "I don't think he's coming back." And I go, why not? She was like, well, he just shit his pants outside. They walked outside and he caught the squat in the grass and shit all over his leg and in the grass. So, and I was Facebook Live with it and everybody wanted to see the shit. So I took the camera over and showed him the shit. And he never come back. And then he said to the chick while he was taking his shit, is there any chance he'll get your number?
Hey, shooters shoot. Good for him.
Hey, shitters shoot.
Did he pay the punk out fee?
I was fucking dying, dude. That was one of the funnest nights ever. And I ain't no street racer, you know that. But a dude wanted to race me for like $100 or something. I said, go get me $1,000 and I'll do it. I knew he didn't have $1,000. And said he'd be right back. He was going to get the money, that he had a twin turbo, big block Mustang. And I was like, go get it. And then he never come back. He shit himself and then left.
I'm not getting my shit impounded for $100. Fuck you.
I mean, dude, listen, on the island where we were at, you could get away with it, to be honest with you. It's a nice straightaway. I mean, you could get away with racing on the road down there. And I would have did it. If he would have came back, I would have raced him. And I probably would have lost if he really had the right car. But I just knew he wasn't coming back regardless. You know what I mean?
Hey, Chris, we got a viewer submitted request for a story. Brandon Layfield wants you to tell the story about Johnny and George Hoff.
Johnny and George Hoff. Oh, what story's that? Wait a minute.
See, Chris has been through so many things.
In the hotel room when they left because I snored too loud.
Wait.
That was in Piedmont last year. Johnny and George Hoff are sleeping in the same bed together. Johnny's underwear, mind you. I hope he's watching this right now. I love that guy. And I love George too. But them two are in the bed together, and I snore and I kick and I am violent in my sleep, and they couldn't take it anymore and left in the middle of the night. I know Georgie was gone. He slept in his truck. He couldn't take it. And the next night, Johnny wouldn't stay in the hotel room with me.
Hang on. Was this the door car race at Piedmont last year?
Yeah.
You want to hear something fucked up?
What?
Is I went and stayed with the guy that owns the Duster, Dave.
Yeah.
And it would have been the same night. He snored so loud at 3:15 in the morning. I got up, repacked my shit, walked to the front desk, got a new room, and I've got 9 calls at 8 o'clock the next morning. Dude, where the fuck are you at? I said, I'm like 4 rooms down. You are too fucking loud.
Yeah.
I've heard. This is not the first time I've heard stories about Chris and his snoring in the hotels. That's like when we were at Galat, and your boy wanted the TV loud as fuck, so he didn't have to listen.
That was Johnny. That was Johnny again.
Okay, he didn't want to listen to him, so
he hid the remote in his underwear.
He put the fucking remote in his underwear so he didn't have to listen to, so he couldn't turn the shit off.
Put the volume all the way up on the television and hid the remote in his drawers.
Good for him.
Get it?
Oh shit!
All right, I got to know how, like, just the background. The first time I ever met Chris, I had a big block Chevy water pump.
Yep.
For sale on Facebook. Never knew anything about him. It was right when I was getting into bracket racing. What, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah. So I meet him in a parking lot by my house that he was working at, and we talked for like an hour, I think, before we even left. Like, he had no idea who I was. I had no idea who he was. And like, I knew he was like, he has a huge personality. So then we become friends on Facebook, and like, I started seeing all these pranks he starts doing on Facebook, like calling what for one, he has two phones. He's got a throwdown phone, and then he's got a regular phone. So like when the warranty department calls him on one phone, he's on another phone going Facebook Live. Like, where do you get these kind of ideas?
I've just come up with them, dude. I've been doing prank phone calls ever since I was a kid, bro. I'll call Denny's and quit my job that I don't even work at. I'll do one right now. I'll call Denny's and be like, yo, this
do it.
It's got to do it now. You can't say it and not do it.
You want me to do it?
Oh, you got to call.
I don't care. I'll do it. Hold on.
Do it.
Or I'll hook two Indian telemarketers up on three-way and make them talk to each other.
I remember watching you do one for that. I watched that live.
I want you to quit Denny's. Most generic name you can think of, Nick, that works at Denny's.
Denny's. Hold on.
We just picked up 20 viewers right there.
Here, hold on. I'll quit right now.
Here you go.
All right, everybody mute.
You don't got to. Hold on. I don't want the one down the street because I plow that one. I don't want him to know. Hold on.
You can call the one in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Here, Cranberry. We'll call Cranberry. You ready? Here, I'll put it on speaker. Be quiet. Here we go. Come on.
Denny's probably closed now. They don't have enough
can't
workers.
quit.
They don't have any workers there.
I know. Hold on. Oh, another one.
They'll be back in no time. OnlyFans shut off the porn.
I know. I saw that. I'll save me some money a month anyway.
Facts. Casting Couch is going to be going wild.
Hang on a minute.
They had no staffing.
Denny's here.
That was my backup plan for when the graphic shit.
You guys want this Denny's so bad. Hold on.
It doesn't have to be Denny's. It could be anywhere.
Hold on.
How about
I don't care if it's called Taco Bell.
Quit the Sizzler.
Walmart.
All right, I'm just gonna call the one that I. Oh wait, here's more locations. Wait a minute. Here, I'll call it. Here, I don't even know where this one's at.
Thank you for calling Denny's. We're open every day of the year.
They're open every day of the year.
Anytime at Denny's.com. To place a to-go order by phone or pickup, please press 1. To speak to a Denny's team member, please press 2. To repeat.
Here we go. Can you hear it?
Yeah, we can hear it. You're good.
Fuck, ain't nobody work there?
They don't have enough people to answer the phone.
No, you fuck Denny's.
Too late, everybody quit.
It's quarter after.
You can't quit because they've all
everybody's
you
at
better
home
show your
getting
ass up to
government
work.
check.
Listen,
Chris, you might as well just show up and work a shift now. They need people.
All right, party's over now.
I guess I can't quit tonight. But here, you want to hear a good one? Me and my son were on our way to Florida, right? And we stop in Orangeburg, Georgia, or what is that? South Carolina.
South Carolina.
And we stop at Ruby.
The middle of fucking
We
nowhere.
stop at Ruby Tuesdays, okay? And me and my kid are sitting there eating, and I said, watch this. He goes, oh, Christ, what are you going to do? He knows I call, you know. So I call the front desk, and I go, yeah, this is the dishwasher. Somebody better get in the kitchen and get this cooked before I stab him with a fucking steak knife. And I just hung up. I watched 3 people run for the kitchen door, dude. It was so funny. My kid is like, how did he do that with such a straight face? I'm like, I don't know. I've just been doing it forever. You know, I love prank calling people. It's hilarious.
One of the other one of my favorites is when you and that your worker went in and paid a parking ticket with all pennies.
Yeah. That was one. Yeah, that was a good one. $3 worth of pennies, and they wanted us to roll them. And you'd have to go in my Facebook and watch the video. Everybody, I mean, it's hilarious. I don't think any of them are private.
Are you close to? Are you? 5,
I guess this is probably a good time if we're
49.51. I just checked because I posted some anti-Biden shit yesterday, and I wanted to see if I dropped any.
Is this a good time for me to tell my prank story from where I was the victim at the spring fling?
Would you get anal raped or what?
That's
a wild prank.
You're actually kind of close, but there was no violation.
That he remembers.
No, 2017. I had my Monza, my notchback Monza. I showed up.
But go ahead.
I showed up Wednesday because that's the only day I can make it because I used to work for shitheads and could never race. But so I show up on Wednesday for their warm-up race, the 15K. I roll up to tech, turn in my tech card and everything. I'm there with Chad Duke, lead assist, roll through there.
Too bad,
dude. Agreed. I go roll through, make my first time shot, and I start getting messages on my phone. People, LOL, haha. What'd you do? I'm like, I made a decent hit. I was, it was like 15 on the tree. It's a fucking time shot. What's it matter? I run first round. I get even more messages like that. People laughing and, I'm confused as hell at this point.
Does this story end with you sucking Troy Williams' dick by any means?
No. So
does it end at all?
Go ahead.
Damn.
So anyways, I roll back up. I get about 15 messages from people asking me what I said. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? And they say, well, Pete said they couldn't announce your tech card over the PA. And I said, okay. So I have to go investigate at this point. So I roll around, go to the tower, and Kyle's up there. I said, hey, I'm getting a lot of messages from people saying that, there's something on my tech card. They said, oh, you've got the D202 number. I said, yeah, I do, actually. He said, all right, come with me. And he walks me around the corner and stuff. Pete's sitting there on the mic. He said, hey, Pete, this is the kid with the D202 number. What's his tech card say? He goes, oh, it says something about putting it in your ass. So this fucking day, I don't know which cocksucker fuck with my shit, but
it was definitely Lee.
Lee did.
Chris, two viewers. Kevin Boring wants to know if your cam sticks out of the timing cover.
Camshaft way too long. Card don't like. Quarter mile.
And then we've got.
Where did the eighth? My car only like eighth mile come from?
The Test and Tune champion at Quaker City, Joe Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see that the Graf picked up a W this past weekend?
I saw it. I was very happy.
I did not see that.
I hear you got to talk to about a Graf. I heard he picked up W.
I was happy for that young kid, man. He's a good kid.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Did he win top at the Night of Fire?
Mm-hmm. He did.
Oh, no kidding. Nice. Congrats,
Right, I have a question for Chris now. Just a real quick one, actually.
Yep.
What was your favorite moment touring with Slipknot?
Oh. I do look like that guy, don't I?
Yep. All right, Blaze, back to you.
You know Johnny Carpick the Fourth. You know him, Chris?
Yeah, that's my man.
He says, ask Chris about being Montel Williams at Kalahari.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good one there, bro. Did any of you guys ever been to Kalahari in Ohio?
No, water park?
I've been.
You been there, Bob?
I've been.
Okay, which one is that, Bob or
Joe?
Both of us have been.
Both of us been there.
Okay, now when you walk in the lobby, could you still take a picture with a baby tiger when you guys were there?
I do not remember a baby tiger.
I don't think I saw one.
Was there pictures of celebrities in the lobby that had pictures with a baby tiger still?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there was a picture of Montel Williams sitting there with this baby tiger. And you could take a picture with the tiger for $32.95, but you couldn't touch the fucking thing. So you just had to stand behind it with your arms crossed, and it was $32.95 to take a picture with this fucking tiger. Okay. So I get all drunk. The bar, the restaurant turns into a nightclub after 11 o'clock. No kids are allowed. Okay.
Yeah, ask Jeff Sarah about that one.
Yeah. I was drinking Galliano. Okay. And I'm not a drinker. And I grew up on Galliano. That's what my grandparents drank. And if you never had it, it's really good. It's an Italian liquor and it tastes like black licorice, which I hate black licorice, but like Galliano. Anyway, I get all tuned up. I decide I'm going to prank call the hotel. And I told the lady that I was Montel Williams, I said. And she was very nice to me. And I booked a 2-week stay with her. Montel Williams. And I told her that show was gross, I said. But it'd be cheaper for me to buy the fucking tiger, I tell. The lady gives me the owner of the tiger's number so I could purchase it. I had her on the phone for about 10 minutes. It was awesome. She really thought I was Montel Williams. She said, how you do? I said, well, I guess I'm doing all right, other than my wife's still ready to divorce me for paying $32.95 to take a picture with a fucking tiger, I told her. But yeah, Johnny knows that story. Johnny's a good friend of mine. We started racing together back in the 90s. It's Nick, a.k.a. Shitbag.
We ready to get serious or what?
Go ahead.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
Shoot,
Chris,
why not?
Without giving away too much, how awesome was the Beehive trip?
Oh my God.
Don't give anything away because this is gonna be a big episode down the road. But how awesome was the Beehive trip?
Episode, you're gonna get some people in trouble on that one.
Blaze, you're gonna have to give the backstory of the Beehive because we may have viewers that don't know what the Beehive is.
Listen, you got to watch what you say on that one because what if somebody's watching it shouldn't be seeing that didn't know that they were at the Beehive?
Well, everybody knows
nobody's watching of any concern. That I can assure you.
Okay. Well,
for those of you that don't know, the Beehive is a gentleman's club that's located in a single wide trailer.
Wait, back up. It is not a gentleman's club. This is a strip club.
It is the grossest establishment you'll walk inside of.
Oh, that blunt? Can I hit it?
It's inside of a single wide trailer, right off the side of the road in beautiful New Alexandria, Pennsylvania.
Can I showcase this man's blunt skills? Hold on a minute. Let me go in the light. I want you to look at it.
Man bun, fuck you. That thing's half gone.
Yeah, well, he uses minis.
Okay.
Are we looking at this mask the whole interview or
yeah. Do we get to see the real Chris Mancini's face? Is it not hot under that mask?
Good weed.
He's sweating right now. Don't worry.
I'm not sweating. I'm good, man. I tell you, the way they make these bondage masks nowadays, they're really efficient, you know?
Is it breathable?
It's definitely breathable. I might even wear this to work tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
You wearing that at your customer's house tomorrow.
At this point, Michael Beard is rolling over in the grave that he's not in yet.
Oh, he's there.
This one.
Michael Beard.
Dillman says you need a red ball in your mouth.
I
love you, Michael. Oh, fuck.
Michael doesn't love you right now.
Hey, if this wasn't a shit show before this, it is now.
It is now.
Welcome to the weekly episode of On the Chip.
Hold on. I thought we were telling stories about the first time we met Chris Mancini because mine was pretty memorable as well.
Let's hear
it. This was Galat Motorsports Park. And speaking of snitches, this is when Nyquez Albritton thought it was a good idea to try to give out tricks of the trade, even though no one at Galat is smart enough to know what the hell he's telling them. Just kidding. Love my people. Not really.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker thought he was going to get his ass whooped by Suge Knight.
Dude,
so he had.
Didn't know I was friends with him on Facebook. Okay. And he's announcing that I'm high gear. I'm wearing everybody out down there doing it. And then he's announcing he's in high gear. He's in high gear. And I'm like, what the fuck is this dude's problem? So I posted on Facebook, I can't believe the guy's announcing that I'm in fucking high gear. What a snitch. Well, he comes down with some other dude. And he's like, yo, man, we got a problem. And I go, and I'm sitting in a chair, and I stood up, and I go, I don't know who the fuck you are, but if you want one, I guess we have a problem then. Announcer, like, why are you snitching me the fuck out, dude? And he's like, well, they already know what you're doing. I said, bro, it ain't your job to tell people that, you know? And
you read numbers.
Dude, he's a cool dude, but I just couldn't believe that he was doing it, you know?
It's funny because since then, I've heard so many people on Motor Mania, so many different announcers say something about the high, like not you, but talk about high gear setups. I'm like, Chris will whoop his ass over this. no, but
Ron
I still
that.
Yeah, Ron will do it. Ron will do it.
Yeah, Ron will do it. Because I remember when I was in the final at the Door Slammers race with Jeff Krasinski, he was announcing that he was in high gear, and Krasinski warned me to fuck out, and it worked very well. And then I decided to bite off of him and try it myself, and it worked. You know,
that's the other thing. Sometimes it's good for an announcer to, you know, to let people know what's going on in a situation, especially at the Mutt and Jeff race when I should have known that my guy wasn't fucking holding a single like 5 thou blaze. And then maybe I would have been in a final.
Dude, I was helping you all day long. I can't give you everything.
He said, oh, I could have told you he was honest. I was like, I'm so used to people not being honest.
Yeah.
No, I'm just messing with you. Yeah.
You had a hell of a week.
Andrew, you were doing
we've got 2 things we've turned into regular segments here, Chris.
What?
We might as well include you in them.
Yep.
The things that people bitch about bracket racers for. And I got a list.
It's more of a pet peeve. It's the pet peeve segment.
The pet peeve list. Yeah. Sorry, Bob. Jeez. The pet peeve list. My bad. And I got a list of submissions. We go through the staging a lot. I mean, everybody's got to complain about somebody.
It's staging and dragster burnouts, as all we've heard so far.
Yeah.
And apparently little kids running out in the middle of the road.
Yes, sir.
There's too many people.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. The whole staging duel thing is fucking stupid, first of all. I just don't understand it. You're there to race. You know what I mean? You will probably never catch me doing that. I mean, I might, if you're being a douchebag over there, I might take a little bit of time, but I'll go in first. I don't give a shit. You know, you better be ready to get in there though, because I'm gonna go in. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I don't care.
You're like me in that sense.
You
You only
have
play
a
any
pet
kind of
peeve.
game that somebody's being a douchebag.
Yeah, if you're a douchebag, like here, for instance, if I'm sitting there with my pre-stage bulb on and you're over there playing with your dick, I'm going to pump in almost all the way to put that light on. That way, when you finally get in, now you got to rush to get in. Simple as that. 9 times out of 10, when you do that to somebody, that usually goes red, especially when you look over and see their car rock a little forward because they had to rush to get. You know what I mean? You already know.
That's actually one of the complaints, the slow pre-stager, and people wanting a racing shot clock of some sort. I know I'm not going to call anybody out, but I know of a few guys that are extremely slow to the pre-stage bulb.
I know. I'm not going to call anybody out either. One guy that I don't think does it on purpose. I'm fucking stoned, dude. Hold on. I know there's one guy. I don't think he does it on purpose. I think he's just, meticulous on how he stages. So usually when he goes up, and I say he's in front of me, I normally don't even start my car up because I know it's going to be up to temp too soon, But hey, it is what it is. And he's a nice guy, and I don't think he plays games. I just think that's how he does it, But you know who plays games. I mean,
oh yeah,
the people in dragsters that back up from burnouts at about a half a mile an hour. Mm-hmm. Why?
Oh yeah,
there's a few.
Yeah,
why?
I'm not calling out any names.
What's your reasoning? Is there something that I don't?
Yeah, Melanie goes right into the chat with his name. That's who I was thinking of, Melanie.
When I'm backing up, I hit the high side, so I know it ain't me.
Who is it?
Dude, I'm going fast enough that by the time I get about halfway back, I let go of the reverse button, and I can coast all the way. I'm good.
I never drove a
Hold on.
I couldn't tell you what it's like to back one up.
Hold on.
Chris, I'm gonna put you in mine one time. See if you like it.
Go ahead. I was wondering because I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Chris, how many times have you been arrested?
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I count that. Honest to God. If my mother was watching or my sisters right now, they'd be able to tell you probably.
Is it over 10?
Hey, I'm going to probably say 30.
Wow. This motherfucker said over 10. He said, is it over 10?
I was trying to be nice.
How many nights in jail?
I don't know, man.
Probably several race weekends worth.
As an adult, 2. As a juvenile, oh, come on.
What was the longest stint you ever spent in jail?
Well, juvenile, not adult.
Juvenile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cleaned it up after he
in
was
juvie. What was the longest you spent in juvie?
Couple years.
Oh,
George, were you a George Jr. guy?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, George Jr., Schumann, New Cap.
Man. Jeez. Yeah. Chris is a badass. I ain't messing with him.
Yeah. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Suge Knight will fuck you up though. Don't get it twisted.
I will fight you. I like to fight. I might be fat and old, but I like to scrap, dude.
I've stayed on your good side for a reason, buddy.
You're
Listen,
more of a lover on my side.
Honestly, a lot of people think I'm a dick. I'm really not a dick.
Hey, I was getting to that because since Chris Mancini has been making his way down south, the difference between me and a lot of folks is that I live in a military town where a majority of the people are from the Northeast or somewhere else. I know. Well, see, yeah, I know how to take people from everywhere else. And so many folks down here are like, I just don't know about this person or that person. I'm like, it's just because they're from up north. You just, it's different. It's a different type. I love Chris Mancini and how he acts. That's why I find you at every damn race I'm at that you're at, because I know how to take you. There's so many people that just don't. And it's not just you, it's anybody from up that way. If you guys,
you got to be talking about the old Chris Mancini.
What's that?
These guys are talking about the old Chris Mancini, the new Chris Mancini, the changed man version of Chris Mancini, the married Mancini. It's not the same.
Listen. Let's go back to what Andrew was just saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact that a lot of people down at Galata does not like me. I can see it in their face even when you say hello and they can't even say hello back. And you guys are known for Southern hospitality, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you ain't getting, obviously, but I'll be honest with you, any of them people needed something, I'd give them the shirt off my fucking back. You know what I mean? I'm really not sick at all. I'm a good dude. I just get portrayed as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've met great people down south, bro. Honest to God, great people that hold on, sorry about that. I met some people that I consider good friends of mine. You know what I mean? Like Boyd Sauls, great fucking guy down there, man.
Great guy.
There's photo down there when I won down there. I mean, the dude was a great guy. I met him at Piedmont 2018. We had the race, I think, at I don't know, 12 cars or something like that. And then we became Facebook, and we hung out a whole weekend down there at the lot. Great fucking guy, Johnny Myers, another guy that I met traveling. He's like my dad. I mean, he's just a great dude. You know what I mean? And he got your back 100%. I mean, I don't want to leave you out, but I met a lot of great people.
I know what you're saying. Like I said, it's so hard for people. It's a cultural difference of, Southern versus Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. And a lot of people don't understand it. Like I said, it takes for someone to to live somewhere else, or like with me living in a military town, to where you have to be around people from other places to understand how people are. And that's what I tell folks all the time. There's a lot of people. Let me be honest. There's a lot of people. There's a Chris Mancini fan club down south.
Is it really?
There really is. There's people that love you to death. There's a lot of them. There are a lot of people that get you. They understand you and stuff. There's the other one. Then again, there's also a lot of people just take themselves too fucking seriously at a bracket race. That's my pet peeve for the week about bracket racing, is that there's too many bracket racers that take themselves too fucking seriously.
You know what? You're 100% right, dude. If you get lucky and just go out there and have fun, you got to remember you're there to have fun, right?
Yeah. And that's not a regional thing. That's just across the whole board. There are people who take themselves too seriously.
Bro, I don't keep no logbook. I don't even write box settings down from track to track. I literally don't like to think. No weather. I don't do none of that shit, right? I literally just go up there and with a clear mind and have fun. And if I lose, I lose. It is what it is. I'm still alive, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. You will never mind fuck me in drag racing. I can tell you that right now. The other thing is, I'm clear-headed in that car.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell everybody who's listening one thing, is that Chris Mancini is like a life coach. Whenever you get into a stressful situation at a racetrack, he is there to help you. This is my cigarette dealer. He's my life coach whenever I get into a tough situation at a track. He's there.
Which is nonstop.
When he says he'll give you the shirt off his back, he'll do it.
Yeah.
He's there. He's there for the camaraderie of bracket racing, which is what I think everyone should be at the track for. And I know that's how we all came together.
Exactly.
We're there for the friendship.
We have a damn good time.
Yeah,
do.
I'll segue this pretty good here. Is Blaze and I, in the early days of, well, maybe like a year and a half ago when we started the Corona League, we wanted to get hooked up with Hot Shot Secret, and Blaze called Chris, and Chris hooked us up with Kyle Fisher, and now, I mean, we're all like boys. I mean, they help us out, and Chris helped us out. I mean, Chris is not a selfish guy. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would never like
Hey,
that.
well, you can take that mask off now. We're getting serious. I feel like I don't know.
I'm
He's incognito.
No, he's incognito.
Negro.
Go name.
Oh,
That's what gets us banned. I know.
I got another question here from Bush Latte Boring here.
Yeah.
He wants me to ask you about the pulled pork at 42.
Pulled pork at 42. I don't remember. I don't.
wasn't that good a story then?
Must not have been that good.
No, it was good. Probably if Kevin's bringing it up, he's a funny.
Chris don't remember it.
That dude's. Bro, that was some good fucking weed. Where'd you go? All alone. I didn't even know he left.
He said it was for his
behind you
birthday.
about 5 minutes ago.
For his birthday. He said for his birthday, the birthday wings.
Who's that?
Boring.
Oh, for his birthday.
Birthday wings. You guys go out for his birthday for wings?
I don't remember.
We winged that.
He's good. See,
Fried, bro.
this is what Chris Mancini does. He goes around the country, and then he all these people have stories about him, but like they're not memorable to him because that's just what he does every day.
Yeah, normal life.
Life is memorable.
Living a dream, bro. Living a dream. I lived a crazy life, bro.
Chris,
Crazy
before
life.
we get into our final wrap up, do you have any stories that you would like to get out there? Or anything you'd like to say, or
no, nib high football rules.
How about you want to thank anybody? There's got to be people helping you out.
Yeah, who's your sponsor?
Caught shots. They were my first sponsor. I mean, they supply me with all my oil, my training fluid, my rear end fluid for the tow vehicle and the car. It's the best oil known to man. I mean, I'll be honest, if they didn't sponsor me, I'd still run it, Vickers Transmissions. That dude has been building my trannies for years, and I'm glad to have him in my corner, Builds a hell of a tranny. Bob George Racing. I could call him right now, wake him out of bed and tell him I need help, and he'll bring it out the shop, and he'll take care of it. You know what I mean? It's just
good dude.
Yeah, and he's gotten a lot of work because of the work he did on my shit. You know what I mean?
Bob George Racing / AJ Cassini.
Damn right. Yeah. My car is deadly. Everybody knows it's good. I mean, and besides me being a pretty good driver and him making that car is good, you got to have a good car, regardless if you're a good driver or not, especially in the top class world. You have to have, you can hold as many numbers as you want, but if the car ain't no good, you don't even know where it's at, Yep.
Unless you're like Jeff Serra or something like that.
Jeff Serra drives better when the car sucks.
Jeff Serra's a different breed. Simmer down.
Jeff Serra is one of the baddest dudes I've seen race, to be honest with you.
Shout out Jeff Serra. Shout out Jeff Serra. Just won an American Dragster tonight. Good for him.
In Motion Solutions to the front, right?
Yep.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You got a competitor. A competitor is a host now. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. When Jeff doesn't get it done in like the first year and a half, you'll probably get the work anyway.
That's
fair.
Insane.
Also, I have another shout out for Chris. For sponsors. That is race engines built by Jesus.
Oh, dude. Jesus.
Jesus, bro.
Go ahead. Tell about one.
I was at Carolina Dragway. I'm at Carolina Dragway. And God, we're gonna lose so many fucking viewers over this. Like we had any to start with. But we have these fucking, we live in the Bible Belt, obviously.
For sure.
Yeah. So every other race car is powered by
Jesus.
By Jesus.
Yeah.
So Chris comes up to me at Carolina. He's like, yo, bro, I got a question for you, bro. He's like, everybody down south they all got their fucking motor built by fucking Jesus. What's the fucking deal, bro? And I was like, as soon as he said the shit, I was like, oh my God, no.
So, I knew it was Jesus, but
yeah, I mean, we both stamped our tickets to hell. Like, I probably did mine a long time ago, but I for sure did when I laughed at it because I understand it.
I thought it was
exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
I believe in karma. What comes around goes around. That's my religion. You know what I mean?
Justine Romeo wants us to please ask about the sweet corn from the Romeos at 42.
All right, I'll tell the story just for her. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking mask off though. I'm high and hold on 1 second.
Dun, dun, dun,
take these under.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is he undressing? Oh my God! Look
put
at
the
that.
mask back on.
It really is Chris Mancini.
Put it back on.
Holy shit!
Back on.
Put it back on.
So, what were we talking about, man?
Sweet corn.
The sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
So, her and Kevin were grilling up sweet corn on a grill, and I never had corn on the grill. Okay, so they fed me it. Man, I had this so bad the next day. You know what? I don't know if I could tell this story. It's pretty bad.
Come on, you started now.
My girl's probably watching, bro. I'm not telling the story. I can't.
Try to give us the PG-13 rated version of it or something.
Deanna is definitely watching. She just commented, "Burn the mask."
Oh, dude. I said, I'm wearing that over there. She's like, the hell you ain't. Lucky left on Friday, and then it showed up 10 minutes later. But I got news for her. It's going in the trailer.
D says, go ahead and tell the story. She already knows it.
Does she know it? She's lying. She don't know it. I can't tell if she's really saying that. No, I'm not telling the story.
She says, I know, in capital letters, the story.
That ain't. Well, hold on, dude.
Some good weed, man bun.
Good shit. Yeah. Hey, man bun, we just want you to know that we know you got good weed.
I'll hit you up.
Still smoking it? What do you got?
I got a
I'll see
water temperature.
I'll see a sniper series in here pretty soon.
I'll hit you up. Yeah, I'll hit you up when I'm back up there.
Up there, Andrew.
D says you told it the Summer Jam weekend when you drank, Chris.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so I got the stabbing cabin, you know.
Whoa. We are in the stabbing cabin. No. There's no trademark on this name, but
hey, mine says it on the window.
Yeah, bitch. What about you?
Fair. I said fair.
Stabbing
Shut
cabin
up, Foley.
besides me.
They want to hear the story. Let's go.
Oh, anyway. So I got to shit so fucking bad, right? So I was shitting the stabbing cabin. The next day, I come back to my shop and I have a sewer drain where I can just drain my shitter into the sewer. Well, this was the first weekend I had the stabbing cabin and I really didn't know how to drain it, right? So I didn't know that you had to run you should run the clear water last. Okay, the gray water. But then again, I was also confused on the pipes coming out of the thing because they didn't say it. So anyway, I flushed the gray water first, and then I hooked the hose up to the other tank, which I didn't know I flushed the gray water first. I hooked it to the other tank, and I thought it quit running.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. So think about this now. I took the hose, and there was corn everywhere. All over the back of the camper, on the ground. I had to take a hose to go in and hose the toilet out from the inside to get the corn out of it. That's the story.
Which one of you motherfuckers asked for this story?
Listen,
that was just Justine Romeo.
Everyone
She
needed the story.
He fed him the corn. It's
got
all her fault.
one more, and then we're gonna get into our Racer of the Week wrap-up segment.
We got to wrap this
last
one up. We're getting
question-
late. Yeah.
The last question I got was from Mike Galati. He says, ask him about cooking steak and turpentine.
Oh, dude, listen. Oh, my God. There's a whole series of these stories, bro. My buddy, rest his soul, he passed away at 18 years old, right? Great fucking guy. Great kid. Anyway, we were best friends. Well, we both grew up in the city. We both grew up in the ghetto, basically. And his mother was a junkie prostitute, and his stepdad was her pimp. And I get it. It sounds funny to you guys, but it's pretty fucked up for a young kid, okay? Especially watching your mother go out and be a prostitute, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, his stepdad's name was Billy Z. That's what he called himself. He thought he was a gangster, and he'd say, anybody fucks with you, you tell him you know Billy Z from California, PA, okay? And nobody knew who he was. I mean, he was just a weirdo. Anyway, he tells my buddy Bill, he goes, go to the kitchen and make me a steak. And Bill goes, all right. He goes in and he fries it in turpentine, bro. Listen, it gets better. He fries it in turpentine. Billy Z tells him his steak's done. I want you to picture this. A guy sits down at the table, puts a napkin in his fucking neck, okay? And he's got a knife in one hand and a fork in the other, and he's sitting there waiting to be served his steak, okay? So my boy Billy puts it on a plate and gives it to him. He cuts into it. He's eating the piece. He goes, what the fuck is this? Billy goes, fuck you mean, what is it? It's steak. He goes, tastes like shit. He goes, you asked me to cook it. You should have cooked it yourself. He goes, get over here. And he makes Billy sit down at the table and he pushes the plate over to Bill, right? So he pushes the plate over to him and he goes, taste it. And Billy pushes the plate back to him. So this plate's going back and forth like 2 or 3 times, right? Finally, Billy Z was like, fuck it. I mean, he ate it, bro. Cooked it. Time, the same situation. Like I said, my buddy Billy hated his mother. We put fucking in her orange pop, dude. And she ended up having to get rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. Had to bump her stomach.
Oh my God.
Strychnine.
This is the ghettos of Pittsburgh, everyone. Yeah.
Nobody would understand it unless they lived it. That's all I'm saying. I love it.
Oh, good Lord.
Still love it.
I can't even make it to fucking Kennywood, so I got to live Pittsburgh through you guys.
I don't want to go to Kennywood. I'll get lost in that neighborhood. That's for fucking sure.
All right. Chris, you're more than welcome to participate in this. We do a Racer of the Week segment every week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with my man, CJ Smoochie Yeager, taking the double up in the Yo Mega, winning top and modified 16 straight rounds. My
nice
dude
job.
crushed it. So props to Smoochie, Wired Designs guy. Yeah. Congratulations, buddy. You're my Racer of the Week.
All right, I'm gonna go second just before, because I lied to you guys earlier, and I said I was gonna go with one pick. So I'm gonna give him a shout out. There's zero shot in hell he watches this, but I'm gonna give him a shout out anyway. Luke Bogacki has already passed last year's Super Gas points winner this year, and it is August. So he's got more points this year in August than dude that won Super Gas last year had to win it.
Huh.
Just honorable.
That's impressive. Go coach.
He's one bad dude.
He is a bad dude. And
he's all right.
But
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go with a different pick. and I feel like it's one of the better, one of the more reasonable picks. Team hashtag Cowboy Up. Double G Garrett Griffith.
Oh yeah, young kid, blue S10, right?
Kid's good.
Yeah,
he went crack him for 2 10-granders.
I met him at Quaker, dude. He's tough. I actually had to race him and wore him out.
But he's a bad dude.
A bad young kid too. I mean,
yeah.
Young kids. Whew.
Well, you gotta look at who he's surrounded by. He basically lives near. I mean, he hangs out with Holloman. He hangs out with Hunter. He hangs out with all these guys that win, and it rubs off on him. The kid's good.
100%.
Can't take it from him.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, tough dude, man.
Good job, Garrett.
I'm picking that Nick.
That's every week.
I don't even know if he won anything. I'm still picking him.
Nasty Nick.
The dude's the best ever walked the face of the earth.
He is. Yeah. You could say his name every week and you'd never be wrong.
You could cut both his legs off and it'd still be the best foot breaker.
Yeah.
How about you, AD? You got somebody in mind?
No, I'm going to double down on the Smooch LaDouche.
Yeah.
So shout out to CJ.
I've always wanted to do that, but I don't run bottom bulb enough. That's tough, dude. That's awesome.
We officially have our first double up of a double up.
Oh, yeah.
Pick.
Oh, yeah.
All right. My pick is not a double up of a double up, but it is a 2-week guy. It's John Binkle winning 20 grand at the Door Wars. Killing it. He killed it all weekend. Blaze probably knows his stats better than I do.
My man Binkle is a bad dude in that roaster. He's a bad dude in anything. He is a bad dude in that roaster.
Yep,
he's
and if you want the second one, isn't there one for sale?
It might be going away here real soon.
I don't want to talk anything
about
it. Binkle has, I believe, 8 final rounds in the last 6 weeks, 5 wins, and now a 20 grander. The dude he's a bad man, and I'm proud to call him one of my friends. The dude is good.
Didn't you drive for him one time in another car or something?
I drove his Cuddy. He brought it to the racetrack for me. Let me drive it. I got runner up in that thing.
Listen, we're not giving credit. We're not giving credit here on the chip to people who actually deserve it.
Yeah,
we're gonna give credit to. I'm kidding. No, John actually probably he deserves it. Yeah, he has been kicking ass lately.
Yeah. The man's on a roll.
Yes. So how are we gonna end this show? I mean, I don't know how we can end it after a Chris Mancini hour and 30-minute interview. I mean, there's really nothing we can say.
I think Mancini should send us off.
I can tell you about the time I shit in a loaf of bread and threw it at the head of Block Watch. You want to hear
it? Yeah. Well, we have to now. Yeah,
all right.
We have to.
So there was this dude where I grew up. He was the head of the Block Watch committee, right? And they used to report us for everything. I mean, we deserved it, but back then we didn't think it, anything of it. Anyway, we come up with this fucking brainstorm idea, and this goes back to my buddy Billy again, that we're going to go to the bakery and buy 2 loaves of Italian bread, okay, with a hard shell on the outside. We ate the middle out of the bread and shit in these loaves of bread for 2 days. It gets better. I dressed up like a Viking. I had a Viking hat on, a fucking red beard, a shield and a sword and a loaf of bread, right? So I'm outside his name's Bill Bradley. I'm outside of his house and I'm screaming for him to come out and face me like a Viking would, He comes out the fucking door and I wheel the loaf of bread at him. And my buddy wheels the loaf of bread at his car, okay? And my loaf of bread hits right where his feet are at, right in front of it, up on his porch. And he looks at, he goes, "What is it, a turd?" That's exactly what he said, dude. "What is it, a turd?" He had shit all over his porch and all over the window of his car. He had aluminum at the time. Well, anyway, these were all older guys, right? Like 60s. We used to cut through yards in our neighborhood because, I mean, they were all row houses and there was a yard and went to the next street, you know? We're cutting through these yards one night and about 7 of them old bastards beat the shit out of us, dude. Maced us, beat us with billy clubs and everything for throwing shit on them.
No, I probably can't blame them on that. You know?
Not really.
So listen, here, real quick.
Absolutely.
The guy I was working for at the time, which we're still good friends to this day, this was years later, probably 10 years later. It was his accountant, this head of the block watch committee. And he's like, "Hey, we got to stop by my accountant's house real quick in Bloomfield." And I go, "Oh, yeah, where's he live in Bloomfield?" And he tells me the street. I can't remember the street. And dude, we come pulling up outside and it's his house. And I said, "Davey, I got to stay in the truck." And he goes, "Why?" I'm like, "I'll tell you when you come out of there." And so they come back.
Bless America.
Fantastic. Blaze, I can only think of you. You're the only one that's able to send this one off.
I feel like we could have like 6 Chris Mancini episodes. I love it.
Gotta do it again next week. I got fools.
JT Harold has renamed the stabbing cabin the Majestic Poon Palace.
Yes, dude. Yes. But it's shut down. It's closed for business.
Yeah.
Hate to point all you ladies out there, but no more Majestic Poon Palace, no more stabbing cabin. It's just a place I lay my head and be.
Have you even slept in that thing yet?
What'd you say?
Have you even slept in that thing yet?
Yeah.
Not very often.
Listen, one night, we ain't going to say who was trying to violate me where I shouldn't have been violated, so I had to run and hide in the camp. And I locked myself in there.
I wish Mike Galati would have joined the chat sooner because it seems like he's got all the good stories, Chris.
What's he saying now?
He said this guy sold poison to some chick as weed. He smoked it.
That was Billy's mother. That was Billy's mother. You want to hear it? I'll tell you the story if you want to hear it. You guys don't want to know. I'd rather sit there and bullshit all night.
I'm all ears.
So listen, my buddy Billy calls me and he goes, "Bro, you got any weed?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You got any money?" I'm like, "No." You got to think we were teenagers, you know? He goes, "Man, we need to get a bag of weed." He goes, "Let me go see if my mom wants to get a bag of weed." So his mom wants to get a bag of weed. So Billy says to me, "Listen, what we'll do is you go over your hill and pick whatever, put it in a baggie, and we'll sell it to my mother. We'll take her money and go buy real weed with it." And I'm like, "Okay." Well, it's okay. Now anybody that smokes weed knows you can't smoke wet leaf. Okay. So I tell her that she has to dry it out in the microwave. Okay. He gives me the $35 for the eighth back in the day. And me and him go trying to get a real bag of weed. We come back. The whole house smells like fucking poison ivy, dude. She put it in the microwave, okay, and stunk the whole house up. She smokes it out of a bong, okay? And she asks us if we want some of it. We're like, "No, we don't fucking want none of that." You know what I mean? Anyway, me and Billy go upstairs and we're smoking the real weed. We pass out. Billy had bunk beds at the time. Fuck, I was probably 14 or 15. I was up on the upper bunk. And Billy Z, his stepdad, comes upstairs, grabs me by my hair, drags me down the steps, and starts screaming at me when I sold his old lady. She looks at you. Her whole fucking mouth was beet red all around here. The inside of her mouth, her throat, and everything was completely broke out with poison ivy from the smoke. So he threw me out, and I wasn't allowed back there no more.
Yeah, I don't blame him again.
He wanted his $35 back. I said, "You're out of your mind. You ain't getting that back."
It's gone. We smoked it.
Yeah, we fucking smoked.
I'm dying. That's a good one. I love it.
Oh my God.
What else, Mike asking? Go ahead. What else?
That's it for. He hasn't said anything else since that one. That was great.
Holy fuck! I'm crying.
So am I.
There used to be weightlifting competitions in the neighborhood, and from Pittsburgh, this dude was Mr. Pittsburgh, okay, and he had a Cadillac Eldorado, and it was laid out. It had a license plate on the front of it that said "Salty" on it, right? So one night, me and my buddy, we break into this car. We steal the radio out of it. I take there's a big bag of fucking weed in the back seat, right? So I take his fucking weed. We take the license plate off the front bumper and put it on the fucking seat. So when he gets in, he's pretty salty, right? Well, here, we didn't know they had cameras where the car was at. I mean, this is back in the early 90s, so nobody really had cameras. We didn't know there was cameras there. They saw us coming out of this chick's apartment, went over and found out who we were. They snitched us out and gave my phone number to Mr. Pittsburgh. Mr. Pittsburgh calls me. We didn't have a cell phone back then. This is my grandmother's house. Calls my grandmother's house and he says, "Yeah, you don't know who I am, but you robbed my car last night." He said, "You took my radio and you took a bag that was in the back seat." And he goes, "And don't deny it because I got you on camera and I know you did it." He said, "But here's how we're going to rectify this. I don't want to call the police on you." He said, "I just want what was in my bag back." I went, "Okay." But I smoked about an ounce out of it in less than 24 hours, you know? He goes, "I don't care." He says, "Just give me what you have left and we'll let bygones be bygones." So I have to meet him at this Crossroads gas station, okay? Now, keep in mind, I was like...
Crossroads, man, that's back in the day right there.
Crossroads. I was 120 pounds, wet and wearing boots maybe. But I was a scrapper. I was always a scrapper. But Mr. Pittsburgh was like a monster, right? So I'm meeting this dude at the Crossroads, and I'm taking his word for it that he ain't going to kill me, okay? I meet him there. He took his bag back, never asked for his radio, never slapped me around. Absolutely nothing. Got in the car and left. I got to keep his radio and smoked an ounce of free weed.
That's a win-win.
That's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
What kind of tea is that? Please
Turner.
don't say Turner.
Fuck yeah, it's Turner's. Pittsburgh crack.
Terrible.
Wawa's better.
You're out of your mind.
Wawa raspberry tea.
Where's Ryan Gleghorn when you need him? He's the
Right.
tea guy.
Fuck Blue Diamond or
Ryan.
Red Diamond or whatever the hell.
What
Fuck
about-
Ryan in general.
In Loose Change too. He's the tea guy.
He likes Gold Peak.
Luke Change says he's a sweet tea guy, but he drinks the store-bought pre-made shit.
Yeah.
And can't be a real sweet tea guy like
No,
that.
he drinks Gold Peak.
Gold Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Peak,
we
man.
Wawa
this
raspberry
discussion's been beat to death.
I like to mix my tea with a little urine.
tea. Hey, send us off, Blaze.
I'm with you,
Well,
Andrew. Send us
I was
off.
really hoping. Mike said he had a bunch more stories, but he hasn't chimed in. So, we appreciate you coming on with us, Chris, and sharing the stories. It's been fun.
Please share our page. And also subscribe to YouTube because we can't go live on YouTube until we have enough subscribers.
We haven't made it on Apple Podcast yet. Bob lied to me, but one day.
If we want to pay $15 an episode, we'll scrounge that up and put it on there. But
$15, I will absolutely pitch that in.
If we want to get to that, we all need to have our own microphones and make it sound legit. It's still a shit show right now, I think.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it will continue to be a shit show. Let's be honest.
This isn't going to be anything else.
Even with the mics.
Next week, next week you'll be like, special guest, Chris Mancini again.
This is it'll just be part two of Chris Mancini's interview.
Speaking of, if you have somebody you think can come on here and give us the kind of energy that Chris just gave us, please contact us, and let's sort out a special guest like that again. We appreciate you coming out, Chris. Is there any way we could get you to end this episode with a shut her down?
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.